Hey everybody, Sammy coming at you from Run of the Stairs Brewing Company, and happy Beer Fun Friday. I know I don't usually put these on Fridays, but I had to share with you, everybody, all the YouTubers out there, about this wicked brew that I just put together called the Great Canadian Breakfast Stout. Those that have been watching my Homebrew Wednesday videos noticed, or will remember me touching base on it slightly. I'm going to review the recipe for you, because if you guys brew with kits, or even if you don't and you just strictly brew all grain, I am so chuffed by this beer. This is the Great Canadian Breakfast Stout. I mean, the head on that is perfect, and you get hints of coffee and hints of cocoa coming off of it, and it smells so good. The taste is just, it's off the bloody planet. It's off the charts. It is a bloody treat to drink, and that is a kit brew. I'm so chuffed about it. Okay, so to recap the recipe. 1 Cooper's Australian Stout kit, 500 grams of dextrose, 500 grams of demerara brown sugar, 8 ounces of fancy molasses. Now it's 8 ounces by weight, not 8 ounces by volume of fancy molasses, and 200 grams of quick oats. Now what I did, also you're going to need 1 cup of coffee, as well as 4 ounces of cocoa nibs as well for secondary. What I did is I added the 200 grams of quick oats to 4 liters of water and brought it to a gentle boil for 20 minutes. And then I strained that water into the primary fermenter through a sterilized colander. Now the idea wasn't to get any fermentable sugars. It was more or less just add a little bit of body and a little bit of mouthfeel to that beer. And honestly, it paid off. It is not roof coating or anything like that. It just gives a nice extra level of body to the brew, and I'm so pleased that I decided to do that. So basically what I did is I added the Cooper Stout kit, basically, actually sorry, to that water I added the 500 grams of dextrose. Actually no, sorry, take that back. In a separate pot, I brought an additional 15 liters of water to a boil, and then I added the 500 grams of dextrose, the 500 grams of demerara sugar, and the 8 ounces of molasses. Remember, 8 ounces by weight, not by volume, to a boil. Stirred that up just to make sure that everything was incorporated properly. Then added that, after that, sorry, getting ahead of myself. Then I added the contents of the Cooper's kit to that at flame out, so there was no residual heat coming through the bottom of the burner to the Cooper's kit. Stirred all that up, and then added that to the primary with the water from the quick oats. Now that gave me a final volume of 22 liters. Then I let my starting gravity on that was 1.044. My final gravity ended out at 1.006 with an approximate ABV of 5.1%. Now once fermentation was done, I added the 4 ounces of cocoa nibs straight into secondary. I racked it into a secondary carboy, and hang on. Keep getting all these Facebook messages coming in from my mom. Sorry, because I'm doing this on an iPhone. 4 ounces of cocoa nibs right into secondary. But prior to that, you want to take the 1 cup of coffee that you're using and add 2 cups of cold water to it and let it sit in the fridge for 24 hours prior to adding to your secondary. Now, I then did that, and I let that sit in secondary for about 7 days, roughly, give or take. Now I did check it every couple of days just to get an idea of aromas and whatnot, but 7 days seemed to have been the magic number. Then what I did do is I fined it with gelatin. Thank you, Tony Yates, and also thank you, Chubby Glutton from Shadow Beast Brewery, for the idea on the cold steeping of the coffee. That way you're not getting any bitterness. You're getting mostly coffee flavor and coffee aroma without extracting any of the bitterness from the coffee beans. Now, the coffee that I used is available at any Canadian independent or grocery store Those in Canada will know about it. It's called the Great Canadian Cup of Coffee. But honestly, use whatever coffee you want in this brew. I mean, I personally don't drink coffee. I drink tea. But I do like the odd cup every now and then. Nice odd cup of Joe. Or as we say in Canada, double, 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 s'il vous plaît, for those of you that are in Quebec. And I kegged it. Then once everything had settled down with the gelatin, I kegged it. And then, excuse me, kept it at about 30 pounds for about 2 days. Pulled the pressure off, cracked the regulator back to about just under 12 pounds. And it serves up a bloody treat. I mean, it is amazing. There's a really, really slight bitterness from the coffee and the cocoa in there. Also, with it being a stout, you're going to expect a slight little level of bitterness as well. But the aroma is amazing. I get coffee, and I get chocolate, and I get all the normal stout characteristics that just blend really, really well. So, that's the recipe. Cooper's Stout, Cooper's Australian Stout Kit, 500 grams of dextrose, 500 grams of demerara, 8 ounces by weight of fancy molasses, 200 grams of quick oats, 1 cup of coffee, and 4 ounces of cocoa nibs. Cocoa nibs and coffee are added to secondary for 7 days. Find it with gelatin just to get all the big chunks out. And kegged it over no problem, and it is a bloody winner. So, if you haven't tried it, try it. It's dead simple and very cost effective as well. I think the entire brew probably cost me maybe 24 under $25 Canadian. So in euros, it's got to be what, about $2, and for Americans, that's got to be what, $1.50. Tony, in terms of what that's going to be in Norwegian dollars, I don't know, but I think you guys are on the euro system over there, so you're probably about $2 as well, or $1.50, whatever. Anywho, I just want to give a big shout out again and thanks to Tony Yates for the gelatin idea, as well as to Chubby from Shadow Beast Brewery on the cold steeping of the coffee. It worked out a bloody treat. I'm so proud of this brew. It's it may be one that I may have to enter into Uncle Jonah's kit brew contest. Maybe. Anyways. That's all I got. So happy Beer Fun Friday, everybody. Cheers. All the best. If you're going to do something, do it with a home brew. And keep calm and brew on. Because I'm going to keep calm and have a few more of these, seeing as it's Friday. Cheers, everybody. Take care and all the best. And thanks again for watching and subscribing. Cheers.